live.
Oh, hello. Karibu.
Salama.
Karibu, y'all.
Salama, y'all.
Welcome. Welcome. It's been a long time. Um,
All right. Y'all can hear us. Give us a one.
y'all don't wait.
Hold on, y'all. Now you woke up.
Now you're peeking over here like, what's going on?
Continue without
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hello, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I can't see these comments.
Now you about to be on live.
Uh-oh. She bringing Naya, y'all. Ronnie, you can hear us. Thank you. Karibu.
Love this man.
Naya's supposed to be asleep, y'all. Look at her. Yes. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. How bad do you want to be free? That's the question.
They said, as bad as she want to be asleep.
How bad do you want it? Get some fun. What's up, man?
Yeah, she think I'm playing with. Hey, y'all.
Working on some things, getting some things put in order, y'all. Bear with us, and we got some people rolling in. And we're feeding Naya now. So we got a lot going on. Rodney, brother, let me tell you from the start that I'm very proud of you and what you are doing. You're a trailblazer. Oh man, all praises. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you. We appreciate it, man. It's an honor to be used to be able to do something of this magnitude, man. You know, man, God is good, bro. God is good. Thank you. Appreciate it. You do. Sipping on some of this good coffee that my wife made with love. Yes. Let me see. Mjanja. Freedom comes from truth. That's true. Freedom comes from truth. Nah, that's real. Freedom does come from truth. The truth shall set you free, shall make you free. Once you know the truth, you can't go back to not knowing and not ever not knowing. Once you know, you being held to a different standard in your own mind. Like once you know better, you do better because you won't even allow yourself to go back to that BS. Allegedly, for some, that's how it's supposed to work. Can I see your phone, baby? You coming back? Asante. Yeah, y'all. Julian, what's good? What's good, T3? How's the Eco Village coming along? I can't wait to get the land and build with my own hands. Get to the land and build with my own hands, most high willing. Oh man, it's coming along. You know, like they say here in Tanzania, kidogo kidogo, it's coming together. We're putting the pieces in order and just, staying the course and doing what we need to do. We have a few families out there now that's in the process of putting things in order. Karibu, they're back. But yeah, it's coming together. Come on, I can't wait, man. If you get it done and get over here, so much space and opportunity to get things done. Come on.
All right, y'all. Hey, I'm back.
Brandon Bourne. Also, I'm looking forward to meeting you. I'm on my way to Uganda in the next 2 months, and I also plan to visit Tanzania. I want to meet up with Tanzania. I want to meet up with Mark, and I need to find out where you're at. Well, you got
everybody want to meet Mark.
Yeah.
He's in high demand. So if you
Man.
meet Mark, good luck. We barely see Mark. We see Mark once every few months. He pop out on us, say what's up, and then he go back to his
doing Mark things.
Yeah, doing Mark activities.
Yeah.
So he out here, he doing the work. So he's busy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he don't have time for you. He may.
Yeah, it seemed like every other week somebody's like, "Man, have you talked to Mark?"
Right.
Like
3 people don't ask us like in the past couple of weeks, like, "What's up with Mark?" Like, Mark is marking.
Mark, yeah. Mark is getting himself together.
Yeah.
Say, hey, bro, long days. How you doing over there? I hope you're all doing all good with your family, bro. Keep up, and one love still. Natty Bungo.
That's the guy from Jamaica.
Oh yeah.
The Rasta that we spoke to. He was in Rwanda.
Rasta VP. We good. Freshy. We love it, man. We enjoying it. Yeah, we're still doing good. Long days, yes. The long days are good. Long days are better than no days. These days.
Yeah.
Yeah, glad to see you and the family are doing well. I saw you using the hand saw. Where can you buy battery power skills? There's electrical and battery power saws and stores here within the malls and within the city limits. You can find places with those type of saws. They're here too. But you just got some people that, that don't have the means to be able to purchase one of those, and they use the hand saw and get it done too. Some of these people are very talented.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody said, Shalom from Portland, Oregon. Okay. Portland, Oregon. I've never been to Oregon.
I haven't either.
Yes.
I haven't either. Portland, wow, are you?
How y'all get out there?
Man.
What y'all doing out there? See?
Yeah. The Basileus. Are you thinking about coming? The Basileus? Thinking about making your way over here and finding some saws?
Maybe you're here.
Yeah, maybe you're here. Nah, yeah. We working now. You supposed to be sleeping, baby. But yes, y'all. How bad do you want to be free? You want to wait till we get more people in, or you want to go ahead?
Go ahead.
You can go ahead.
Showed up.
Yeah. Well, Karibu, everybody. Welcome back. We're at a new level. We've been continuing to elevate on T3andMe. We've reached 22,000 subscribers. Woo!
Q's background.
Yeah. But yes, y'all. Yes, God is good, man. It's been a journey. We've been doing this thing for what, a year? Almost 2 years now. Almost 2 years. We've been talking about doing YouTube for, man, I was telling my wife since I graduated high school, like 2012, I knew I would have my own show. And, just been building and trying to get to this point ever since. So people think, don't think it just took 2 years to build this. It took, 10 years, literally. It was a brainchild for a long time. It took the process of being under the knife, of being cut up and gutted by different people to help be put in the right position. But we finally, making some traffic and getting it done. And, I owe a lot of it, majority of it, to my wife, honestly, because, she pushed out the baby to make this happen, which was T3. He helped the brainchild come to life. She helped push the baby out. So, I owe a lot of it to both of them. And I'm grateful. And I appreciate you. Yes. Yes, y'all. We are here. We're going to continue to elevate and keep going and give the people, what we've been blessed with. This platform is not, not going to be taken for lightly and taken for granted. We want to continue to give people the proper information to continue to elevate. So that's what we're here to do. I'm Tim Ford Jr. Welcome back. This is my beautiful wife, Mrs. Siobhan Ford.
Salama.
And this is my beautiful daughter, Miss Naya. Naya, say hey since you're here. She's half asleep, y'all. But yes, Karibu, how bad do you want to be free? How bad do you want to be free, Mrs. Ford?
Man. So, this message is like really something that, man, we've been talking about this for a while. And we're finally getting around to doing it. And I would say one of the main things, the first thing that needs to be free is the mental shackles. Because if you're still mentally tied to something or some place or something, then it's going to be hard for everything else to flow. The physical freedom, the spiritual freedom, it's really all tied to the mental shackles.
Yeah.
And it's something that my husband says all the time. He's like, you may be mentally, what did you say about HR 40?
When
President Trump signed HR 40, you always be like, we were free a long time ago.
Yeah.
But it's basically like a golden jail cell.
Yeah.
Like we have everything we want in Babylon. We have, Amazon. You can buy anything at the click of a button. And then you have the convenience stores. You have Walmart that was at one point open 24 hours. I don't know if it still is. But it's like you can get everything that you want at the snap of a finger. And so, like being in that jail cell that we call America is really like you have everything you want, so it doesn't feel like a jail cell, really.
Yeah. You feel like all the conveniences make you feel like, oh, I got something. Mm-hmm. But all the conveniences aren't really conveniences. Like in the grand scheme of life, like what's convenient is not even what you're supposed to be having. Like it's just it's something that's feeding your flesh. It's not even something that's benefiting your soul. It's something that's sucking you into a whole system that you don't even really want to be a part of at the end of the day. And like my wife was mentioning with the HR 40, she was like when Trump signed the HR 40, that was just a green light to let us know, like, man, bro, it's up to you. It's up to you. We're giving you the green light. You can let go. You can still stay attached to this system and try to build yourself up over here. But we are admitting that your 400 years are up. Now we're gonna keep this brand going. We're gonna let y'all know, like, you can stay or you can go, but we're gonna keep doing what we've been doing. God always said we're gonna have a choice, so He give us the choice. You have the choice to pick to stay or to go, or to live or to die. It's up to you. And freedom is like right on the other side of just believing that you can have the freedom. Mental freedom is the first step. You have to be able to look in the mirror and say, hey, I deserve that. I'm supposed to be able to do what I want to do. I'm supposed to not have to clock in and work for anybody. I'm supposed to be out here having a business. I'm supposed to have my own job. I'm supposed to have my own family. I'm supposed to build something. We can't even see ourselves building anything because we've been taught not to build anything. We've been taught to stay inside of a box and work for some people and stay low key. No, we big people. We supposed to be bold and loud. They make us tuck our black in when we go out. Like, no, bro, stay loud. You got to be bold and loud. And take the mental shackles off. And it's a process to this. You can't cheat the process. You have to, when you're trying to fight this mental thing and build up your mentality, some days will be harder than others, but you still got to go through it. You still have to be the one to pick yourself up and say, man, I know at the end of the day it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna take some years to get, we've been mentally programmed for like 400 years, 400 plus. So it's gonna take a long time for you to be able to, man, deprocess everything that you've been processed. It's in our DNA. It's deep. It's deep.
Yeah. And like, as he was saying, like, about you can't cheat the process. It's just like certain principles that come with the success that is freedom. Like really being able to not be on the clock, being able to march to the beat of your own drum, being able to determine your destiny and forge your path. That's true freedom. You know, and it's certain principles that you need to have and you need to implement into your life so that you can get to that freedom, so that you can get to that level where you're self-sustainable, so that you can get to that level where you're not dependent upon the system for anything and you're truly free. Like you have a business where you don't even have to be there. Your business is making money for you. You know, you have somebody at the shop so that you can work for the kingdom. You can go build your house. You can spend quality time with your family. You can go travel and explore and see the world. You can impart into your children meaningfully because you have time. Like, man, time, that's another thing that is so precious. You know, like once a minute is gone, that's it, it's gone. You can never get it back. You know, so just truly being able to decide what you do with your time and being able to be the master of your own destiny, that is true freedom.
Yeah.
You know, and that comes first with the mental side of it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it comes first with the mental side. It's it being over here in Africa. We was in Africa before we got to Africa, so that's why we've been able to withstand and go through all the ups and the downs of what come with it, because we had the mentality before we got here, like, nah, this is it. Like, if anything bad happens, this is bad at home now. Like, we just got to deal with it at home. Like, so we knew, like, nah, our mentality always has been, we coming to Africa to build a legacy. We coming to Africa to generate wealth. And we coming to Africa to do this thing properly. Like, that's all we came here to do. And we can't help but show that, because that's what we came out here to do. That's what we came out here to build. And that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to continue to do. Girl.
Yeah. Exactly.
She having a good time.
So,
go ahead, man.
I was gonna say that, man, like you can break down success or freedom, however you want to look at it, liberation. It's all synonyms to certain principles that people adopt into their life. Like you can pinpoint somebody and you can look at the fruits of how they operate. Like, okay, this person gets up early, this person prays, this person has a vision, this person, like there's certain ways in which you need to be moving in order to, and during these times, like enable to ensure that you're able to set yourself up to be prosperous wherever you are, whether you're in America or whether you're in Africa, the islands, South America, Mexico, wherever you are, the principle still is the same that you need to implement. And I guess we're gonna talk more about it, as we go along.
Yeah.
But man, like it's time now, like to implement all that. If you haven't been doing it already, if you haven't been adopting the mindset of liberation, of freedom, of success, then you need to start doing that now.
Yeah, and don't be, don't watch us and think like it's just a fairy tale. Like, oh, I can't make it to Africa, so I can't do that. No, it's deeper than just coming to Africa. We're not telling you just, hey, come, this is the end all be all. No, let's get your mind right. Like we're telling you to get your mind right too. It's deeper than Africa. You can't, if you come to Africa with a bad mind, Africa won't do you that good. You're supposed to have the right mindset. That's the first most important thing. And there's always a remnant everywhere around the world. There's danger. If there's trouble, there's always a remnant somewhere around. So don't ever feel like you left out, or just like, if you feel like, oh, they're in Africa living the life, so we're just stuck. We're just stuck in our misery and where we're at. No. You can still, like Paul say, think yourself happy. You can still develop the proper mindset to put you on the right frequency, to put you in the right direction, to go to the right position, to be around the right people, to help you continue to elevate. There's always a remedy.
And so I would say one of the first things to ensure that you are free, truly free, the master of your own destiny, is to identify your gift. Like, what is your gift? The scrolls say that your gifts will make room for you and will put you in the presence of great men. So everybody has a gift. Like, everybody has a gift. Some people have more than one gift. And, when people say gift, a lot of people think of something extraordinary, extravagant that you know how to do. It could be something as simple as I know how to cook chicken. Like I make this dish the best. Like everybody always asks me like, "Ooh, when you gonna make some more of that chicken?" Or you could be somebody that does hair really well. You know, like everybody's always coming to you like, "Oh, can you do my hair like this?" Or "Who did your hair?" You know, it's just something that you do really, really well, and that's your gift. And those are the things that are going to make the room for us to prosper. It's going to make the room for us to develop generational wealth. So if you don't have a gift, or you don't know what it is, or you know what it is and you haven't been acting upon it, now is the time to do it. Like I tell people all the time, the pandemic was the best thing that ever happened to me. We got here, we got the funds and the knowledge and everything to come here during the pandemic. Like the pandemic really pushed the climate, like the educational climate, the climate to hone your gifts back to the individual.
Yeah.
You know, like back in the day when people wanted to learn a trade, they would go to they would have an apprenticeship. So if you wanted to learn how to be like a welder, you would go find a master welder and he would teach you. If you wanted to learn how to be an herbalist, you would go find a master herbalist and he would teach you about herbs. You would follow him. You would shadow him. You would do what he do. You would clean the shop. You would learn the ins and outs, learn how to keep a ledger, learn how to keep books. You would learn all these things for any sort of trade. And nowadays, everything is just like package, you know, like just go to this university. Everybody's in and out. There's no real relationships. You're not really learning your trade.
Yeah.
And so nowadays, with online work and with the pandemic, so many people are like putting their skills online. Like, hey, I'm a master at this. I teach this course. And so if you just Google your gift and what you want to do, like I want to learn how to you know, cook or whatever, you can go to catering school online. Or I want to learn how to do hair. You can learn how to do hair online. They have people who teach you how to sew. I've seen people who have sewing classes where they do those online and in person. So like if you want to be a seamstress, you can learn how to do that. Like people are doing this. It's becoming very attainable for the average man to learn how to do a trade. And then you're learning from gurus, people who are actually doing it, masters of their own field. And so you can learn how to do your gift right from your couch. Right from your couch, you can learn how to do it. So that's the first principle, is identifying your gift and really learning your gift, your trade, whatever it is. So yes.
And just to, you know, piggyback off what my wife just said, you know, when paying someone for when you figuring out what your gift is, and when you have to, you know, go to a certain teacher and, you know, take advantage of the opportunity that presents itself for you to pay for the class or find a course that helps, you know, you have to look at it as an investment into yourself. I know a lot of us, I was guilty of it in the beginning myself when I was on my, you know, my journey of trying to find my gift and figure things out. There'll be people like that. It felt like they was withholding information. Like, bro, why I gotta pay you $100 for me to talk to you and figure out, you know, what you know? But you have to realize, bro, these people spend years in their craft, in their field, and time is precious. Like people are taking time away from their families to come and talk to you. People are taking time away from what they're doing in their lives and putting themselves on hold to come and talk to you and help you out. And when you go to college, you actually still paying for that person's time. The university just cut them a check. The student loan just take care of that, but they're still paying for that person's time. So we have to get into the mind frame of like, man, if I know somebody somebody is good at what they do, you respect that craft, you can see it, it's written all over all their work. But when it comes time to, you know, pay respect and pay what they're worth, it's like, why I gotta pay? No, we have to understand, like, you gotta pay to play in this world. That's the name of the game. Like if you don't have the money at the time, call somebody and ask them for it. You can call and get an investment and do things for other things. So if it's something for your future, if it's your gift, if it's something that you know you're gonna get a return on, you have to take that chance on yourself. Don't allow the poverty mindset of thinking people are just trying to get money out of you or, you know, use you just to help you out. Like people are really genuine trying to help, but you have to pay for people's time. Like that's just the name of the game. That's what I had to learn. I had to learn the hard way. Like we all try to figure things out on our own, but once you pay a little extra, you learn a little extra too, and that'll get you to the next level. And sometimes you'll learn, you can do it on your own. But one thing a wise man taught me was it's better for me to learn from somebody else's mistakes than for me to make that same mistake. Like if somebody can tell me their mistakes and I can knock off like 10 years from me making mistakes, I'm good with that. It's worth the investment to me. You know what I'm saying? Your gift will make room for you. So if you just take that chance on yourself, you'll be okay. But you just got to be willing, like we said at the beginning, go through that process. It's going to be difficult, but you just had to walk through it.
Also it's the principle of sowing a seed. Like it's the principle of it's better to give than to receive. When you sow a seed, it's gonna take root. It's gonna bear fruit. So if you're sowing a seed to somebody, if you're sowing a seed to whether it's somebody that you're paying for their time or you're just giving to somebody who's in need, that's gonna come back to you. You're gonna reap the harvest of that. And that's another thing that I feel like the culture has gotten away from. People don't want to give to people. They want to know what you're using it for. How much do you need for this? Like if the Most High put it on your heart to give to somebody, to sow a seed to somebody, just do it, because a lot of times you're the one that's going to get blessed from you sowing a seed down the road in the future or however long it takes. But it's going to come back to you, and that's, being stingy and, always trying to, hold your money to yourself. Like the scriptures say, freely you give, freely you receive. Like money comes and goes. You should not be stingy with money at all.
And it's just a tool too. Like money is just a tool. It's not something that we should have like so much emotional value to. We shouldn't have that connection to it. It should just be used as a tool to get to where you need to go in this world that we in. You got to detach from having so much. It has so much control over us. But you just said something I want to touch on. What did you say? Dang.
I said a lot.
I know.
Wow. It'll come back.
Yeah, it'll come back.
So I guess another principle is division.
You said division?
Yes.
Division. Yeah.
Like division is very important. Without a vision, without a dream, people perish. And that was one of the things that we did was when we were like getting our business started and we were figuring out, our plan for our lives and setting up what we wanted to do for ourselves, what we wanted to do with our own hands to be self-sustainable. One of the things we did was we made a vision board. And I'm sure y'all know what it is. You just take, you cut up pieces of paper and you put it on the board. You put like different things you want to accomplish in life, different scriptures that's going to keep you motivated. And we hung it on our wall in our bedroom and we looked at it. We pretty much like saw it every day, every night. We saw the vision board and, write the vision and make it plain so that those who see it will run to it. So every time we would see it, we would run to do it. Like we wind up checking off everything off the vision board one by one. And that's something that's important. Like really like having a vision and a dream. So you know where you're going, why you're going there, what's your why. So those times when you get discouraged, those times when you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm never going to get free. This rent is too expensive. Like when you start doubting yourself and taking hold of negative thoughts, you're just going to look at your vision board like, no, this is what I'm doing it for. This is what I want out of my life.
Yeah. And then you can see like you will subconsciously like be working on everything, because if you seeing it every morning, like mine used to be right above my bed. I used to wake up every morning and see it. I didn't even pay attention to it in most days, but I still used to see it because it was right there. So I had no choice but to go get it and get it done. And that was, man, one of the key things that really got us here was being able to, have that board up. I even had it on my screensaver for a minute. You have to have a vision. You have to have a vision, and we can get pieces of our vision. If you don't know your vision, if you don't have your vision yet, ask the Most High to show you. Ask Him to show you and reveal it to you. Because I know a lot of men, we struggle with not having vision. I can't really speak for the women, but we struggle with not having vision because we didn't have our fathers to, instill a lot of things into us. So we struggle with having that confidence and knowing which way we're supposed to go, and knowing how, even what our gift is, because we didn't have that father in our ear. So instead of us knowing where to go, we look for validation from other men that's around us that we think are at a higher standard. We look for them to give us the validation on which direction to go. But you got to know it for yourself. You have to find that for yourself. You can't look for the validation from anybody without. You have to find that vision within yourself. God put you here for a reason. You have to find that for yourself. No other man, no other woman, I don't care how cool you think they are, how much wisdom you think they have, they won't have the answer. You still have to ask God for it. So ask him for your vision. Don't look for a man or woman. It'll come to you. It'll come to you.
Yeah. So are we letting the people join?
You can if they want. I guess we can read a few questions real quick too. Bless you, Naya. Let's see. Let me stop it.
Get to some of these questions.
Yeah. I'm so happy. Aubrey Escapes. I'm so happy I caught you guys online finally. Karibu. I'm glad you caught us too. You have a question. Okay. Ask your question. Hopefully it's in here. Hannah Israel, thank you for sharing your journey with us. You all are such an inspiration. May you continue to be blessed in all your endeavors. Thank you, Hannah. We appreciate that.
Ask about the negativity.
Okay. Would you share? Yeah, I think it's coming up. Would you share what some of the self-realizations that you have had about yourselves after moving there, and do you feel freer, and how? That's a great question. That's a great question.
Yeah.
You want to go first, or you want me to?
I can.
Go ahead.
Man, I realized a lot. What can I be in? I realized that I have been super indoctrinated by being in America, especially like in light of like Roe v. Wade and all this feminism that's going on in America, and basically like just pulling apart the family and teaching women really to despise the things that the Most High put in our care, such as like our homes and our children, and just like being a helpmeet for our husbands. So being over here and just like looking at the women and seeing how they are and how they behave, it's completely different than what goes on in America. It's almost like crazy to see like how far gone we are. It's really, as a people, not everybody, but as a whole, like the stuff that goes on in America will never go on.
Man.
Like I know like some men be wrong and they be doing crazy stuff, but some women be wrong too. You would never see a woman in Africa cursing her husband out and calling him you know what?
You about to say the B word?
Yeah, I was about to say. I wasn't going to say it, but that's what I thought about.
The B-A-N.
Like, you would never see that. So I realized that I had some detoxing to do as far as just that whole mindset of how it is to what being a woman is, what that means at its essence, at its core. What does that really mean? So, yeah.
That's a good one. Some self-realizations I had, man. Do you feel freer?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. The isolation, the time like to myself has really had me, really working on myself and reflecting with myself and allowing the spirit to convict me of different things that I was doing wrong, that I didn't even think were wrong at the time, that I now know were wrong, to the point where I was even in tears one day, like, dang, I really used to act like that? Like, that's crazy. So, yeah.
Wow. That's deep. So, to answer the question, some self-realizations I had about myself was, man, we are angry, like, I won't say we, but a lot of us men, we have so much anger built up in us. Like we just frustrated and mad at the world. And I had like a lot of anger built up in me, like a lot of it, for just for various reasons of my life, a lot of frustration, a lot of goals that I didn't achieve from my own, a lot of heartbreaks, a lot of letdowns, a lot of not connections not being made, a lot of things that didn't go my way over my life. I had a lot of that I was holding on to, and I was like, we spread that out onto the ones that we love the most, because we don't even know how to cry for help. They didn't teach us how to cry for help, so we just walking around angry and frustrated at the world for no reason. Like my wife used to joke when we first started dating. You know where I'm going?
Yes.
We used to, me and this brother, we used to work at Olive Garden together when we first started dating. And me and his brother, like every time we see each other, we would just greet each other aggressively.
What up?
What up, bro? What up?
I'm like, dang, y'all mad? It's 9 o'clock. And what up? Like, all hard, clapping their hands. I'm like, what's going on here? Like,
yeah. So I've learned, like, we have so much anger and frustration and like so much pent up and pent down that we can't express ourselves as a being. Like we feel like we always got to be tough and hard, but we can't even stop and smell the flowers sometimes. Like even take in the beauty of a tree, like take in the beauty of like being able to pick a mango from the tree and eat that. Is something that really like makes you slow down and like make you think how small we really are. Like, and I realized like I can't allow all of that, everything from my past to still be in there. I have to find a way to unpack all of it. You really have to get all of that out. And one thing that made me realize it was my son. This man, I'm talking about, he wakes up happy every single morning. This man, as soon as his eyes open, he bright-eyed and bushy-tailed running through the house smiling. So, and I used to be like that. I remember when I was in school, when I was, growing up, I was like that. But I was in a funk one day, and I was like, my wife was like, man, he's always happy. I wonder where he get that from. And my wife don't remember that side of me, but I remember being like that. So it was like, dang, I really didn't I didn't let this life stuff get to me. I need to fix this. So yeah, I realized like I had let life, all the different things, kill my spirit a little bit. So I had to really unpack all that. And yes, I feel a lot freer now. I really do. Yeah.
That's crazy because it's like joy is the fruit of the spirit, and it's like that's really what the enemy wants to do. He wants to steal your joy so you won't be as effective. So you're always harping and dwelling on negativity, and so that you can't be the light, because they want to dim your light. And that's what the job is of haters and slanderers and the people that do the work in the enemy. Really, that's their job, is to try to hinder you from advancing in the kingdom and doing your mission. Like that's their sole purpose.
Yeah.
And so once you don't even pay that no attention and you get past that and that stuff doesn't bother you, man, like you're gonna be fly light years. Like the weight on your back is gonna be lifted. Like you're gonna fly so light and you're gonna soar, And so that's another thing. Like think yourself happy. Like think about all the things you have to be grateful for. The fact that you woke up, the fact that you can walk, the fact that you can talk, the fact that you can see, the fact that you're breathing, like those are all blessings. Some people don't have that. Some people didn't even wake up this morning, And so whenever you start thinking negatively or thinking about what somebody did to you, what somebody said about you, this person hating on you, just remember all the things you have to be thankful for, and remember that joy, you determine how you allow somebody to make you feel. You can't determine how somebody acts or what somebody says, but you can control your own emotions. You don't have to let that affect you. It's not going to kill you. You're still alive. You're still alive. You're here for a mission. Don't even worry about it. Tune that out.
Yeah.
If you have to go into isolation and get alone, get away from people, tune the noise and the foolishness out, because I'm telling you, it's just the enemy sent to distract you and to put you away from where you need to be, so that when your blessing comes where you're supposed to be at, you're not there to get your blessing. That's the only purpose. Steal, kill, and destroy.
One I had a brother tell me the other day, Brother Trevor, shout out to you, brother, if you're watching this, man. If you end up watching this in the future, he was like, what did I say? I was talking about some people had made me feel some type of way. I had allowed them to make me feel some type of way. And he was like, what did I say? I said,
you said some people made you mad. He was like, did they make you mad or did you allow it?
I was like, yeah, man, somebody had made me mad. He gonna try to come to me and try to talk to me like ain't nothing happened. He was like, did he make you mad or did you allow him to make you mad? And I was like, dang, like that's true. Like I didn't even have to accept what he had to say, how he was feeling. I could have just stayed within me, heard what he had to say, and just blocked it off and kept going. I didn't have to accept all of that. I didn't have to take that in. I could have kept going with my life, but instead, I stopped, took it in, dwelt on it, thought about it some more, dwelt on it, thought about it some more, dwelt on it, and put myself in that position. And I could have just kept going on about my life, stayed on my mission, and kept going. And that still would have been right there. So we allow it. We have a choice. We have a choice. And I pray, like, when we do these messages and do these videos that y'all see, like, we go through the same thing that everybody else do. We just gonna keep going. We're gonna take the lessons that God give us. We listening for God's voice. We always on the listen and on the hunt for what God has to say and where He's pointing us, no matter what, no matter who's talking. So if we're gonna go through something, we're gonna go through it, listening through the fire together, looking for the Father, seeking the Father. Ronnie Bowens, I'm going to be looking for guidance from you when I get there. We got you, Ronnie. We got you. Somebody. Oh, M. Janja. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you for the $20 super sticker. We appreciate it. Thank you. Somebody said, Haas Shoban. What do you think about No Limit Eddie with his negativity about Tanzania? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Everybody, some people have different experiences. Life hands people different cards at different seasons. People have different lessons at different times. So everybody have their own experiences. Yeah.
We don't watch that. So
yeah, I haven't seen it.
I can't speak on it.
Yeah.
I think about positive things for the most part. So
yeah. Africa is the root of my soul. Let's get it, Ronnie. Oh, where'd it go? Wow. How do you people make money there? Mvungi. I hope I'm saying that right. Mvungi.
Who's do people, us?
Yeah.
Or the diaspora?
That's a good question.
So if you're talking about us, we have our wellness center and we have YouTube. But if you're talking about the diaspora, they make their money all different types of ways.
Yeah.
Everybody has a different hustle. So.
Yeah. Depends on your gift.
Yeah, it just depends on your gift.
But people don't have to price gauge $400 for one question of where's a good place to stay in whatever country you're now. Yeah, that's
who's charging $400 for one place? That's crazy.
That's a bit much.
That's
different.
That's getting ridiculous.
That's different. Yeah, that's different, Jules.
People charging $400 for a question.
Yeah. That's crazy. Right? That's $400 for a question. Wow. T3, on behalf of the Black people here in America, we are very proud of you and your family and the foundation that you are laying down on behalf of us when we get there. Thank you, brother or sister. I think that's a man.
Ryan, I think that's a man.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We're glad to help. Hopefully, people take advantage. We got a nice a catalog for people to check out. And if want extensive information, if you want extensive help, we do consultations as well. If you want to reach out and take advantage of that opportunity, if you need more help. But, we're glad to be able to help people, for sure. Ricky Bobby, how much a month are your groceries?
It just depends on, what we eat. Like, if we're eating a lot of plant-based foods for the month, then our groceries can be $300. But if we're adding some more different types of foods in there, then it could be like $400 or $500 a month for groceries. But it just depends on what you eat. Like if you're eating at the local markets, if you're buying all your food from local markets, and it's going to be a lot cheaper than that. Like the Tanzanians told me that they spend like $100,000, which is like $50 a month on groceries. So, you know, I guess we're not there yet, but we'll get there. You know, we got to start growing our own food. So hopefully we do get down to $50 a month or
amazing.
$0.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
The goal is self-sustainability. You know, like the goal, right? The goal is being the master of your own destiny. The goal is to be free. The goal is to be outside the system. The goal is to not worry about what they're doing in the West, what is going on in the world around us. To a certain extent, yes, you should be, you know, aware, but to not be worried about it because it's not going to affect us because we're so far outside of their system that it's just going to be a news clip for us. Like, oh, that's what they doing. Oh, inflation. Oh, okay. It don't matter because I'm good. Got my homestead over here.
Straight.
I know how to build tools. Like I know how to cut grass. I know how to make bricks. You know, I know how to do these things. So I'm always going to be able to barter. I'm always going to be employed. I'm always going to have some way to make money with my own things. That's, you know, that along with mental freedom is the ultimate goal, is to be able to provide for your family, to be able to leave a legacy for your family, to be able to leave generational wealth for your children's children. That's the goal. That's your why. And always remember that. What's my why? Why am I, you know, going through these hard times? Why am I hustling so hard? Why am I staying up all night trying to work at this business? Like, why am I so tired all the time? Why, you know, why, when you start thinking about why, you're going to remember your why. My why is that I want my child to not have to struggle like I did. My why is I want my child to inherit land in a house. I want my child to inherit the things that they need so that they don't have to struggle that I did. You know, they don't have to go through the hardships that I went through. That's our why. You know, of course, first and foremost is the Most High to build His kingdom, but secondary to that is that generational wealth.
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal.
So I guess that's our cue.
Yeah, that might be the cue. The light went out.
Yeah, the light went out, y'all.
Pole sana, as they say in Swahili. Sorry, we appreciate it. But yeah, let's land this plane, like they say. Yeah. Wow. What?
They shot a man 60 times. Yeah, we saw that. I saw that. You know, we just did a video. They restricted it.
60
but we just did a video on police brutality like 2 days ago.
60 times? That's a lot of bullets.
It's just getting crazier and crazier by the day. You know, next is going to be 100 bullets, 1,000. When is it in?
Wow. Dang, I want to end on that. 60 bullets. Wow.
Somebody said, Papa Cheesy, are you all in the motherland? Yes, we are. In Tanzania, to be exact. Somebody said, as a local, $500 is $1 million. Damn, that's more than my salary, and I'm a doctor. Exactly. On our food. That's what I'm saying. Like, $500 on food is way too much. Like,
he said,
I know that. That's too much money to spend on food. But like I said, he $50, $100 teachers probably on food.
Man.
$50.
But yeah, y'all. I guess we can end with, you know. Mm-hmm. Well, the light has went out, so that's our cue. The baby is up. We have to go back to parents mode. But yes, we appreciate you for tuning in. We appreciate the love that's being shown. We appreciate all the support and the prayers that's been sent our way.
Man, why y'all keep getting on here asking us about these phones?
I appreciate the love.
Don't ask us about nobody specifically.
Thank y'all. And, you know, we're going to keep doing what we're supposed to do and keep moving forward and keep elevating. And if you like this content, share it and show people they can do whatever they put their mind to. Baby, got anything you want to say?
Yes. If y'all haven't already, follow us on Instagram. My Instagram, or our business Instagram is Fords_herbal. And Tim's Instagram is _Tim4Jr. So if you're on Instagram, follow us on those platforms. So y'all we post on there like a lot more than we do on YouTube. about the same. But
Yeah.
just follow us on
Yeah. And sister, I saw you said keep doing the shorts, please. Thank you for the confirmation. I appreciate that, and we will keep them coming. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Appreciate all the love. Y'all be safe out there. Shalom.
Salam, family. Bye.